Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game, right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There haven't been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. Mahomes now to throw.
He'll get this complete to Worthy.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Now here's Mahomes. Buying time to his left.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. But Charles, did it seem like to you that maybe they were a little worried about his running prowess there? Because everybody kind of froze when he got outside the pocket, and they were able to throw it for the first down.
Absolutely, and you work all week getting ready for a game, and you know that the potential is there for him to run it, but you better take care of those receivers downfield. They can hurt you first.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
That's into the hands of Worthy.
And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. I'm curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
And Mahomes sees something. He'll change the play.
On first down, Bailey. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
2nd down and 3.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bailey.
Yeah, the Chiefs are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are on the board first here this afternoon. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start on the ground. ETN. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You talk about this Chiefs defense. And they've been excellent against the pass. The number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass. But the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now 3rd down and 7. Back to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But with the veterans who tell them the young guy,
he's got a man, complete, touchdown. Xavier Worthy, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 14-0.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. He's going to look deep for Watkins, and this is going to be intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it down the right sideline. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
They'll run on first down. It's Bailey. 20. 5.
And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out. 70 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
He was over 100 yards a week ago, and he's well on his way once again.
Say it with me, partner. Encore, encore. This guy's headed towards getting it done one more time.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 6 there on the first down play. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now this time Mahomes will throw. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. But that was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Chiefs have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it second down. They'll send Gibbons in motion.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 21-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
They'll try the left side with Etienne. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And it'll be intercepted.
It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Chiefs are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Mahomes going to throw. Dancing to his left. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Bailey. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Now Mahomes, eluding the pressure right.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness, it's been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and a yard. A give, running right, Etienne.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. The slot man in motion right. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
And his kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Up the middle they go. Bailey. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Now Mahomes going to shift him around.
They'll look to throw here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and 3.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going. That's exactly what you're looking for.
3rd and 4.
Working from the gun, Mahomes.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
Past the 20, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
Extra point attempt here still to come. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now back to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They'll look to throw now on first down.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted.
And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to air one out. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Chiefs will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Again, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown! A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs would extend their lead here just before halftime. Butker on for the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And the half will begin with a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. That one goes for 36 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
They stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. On first down, he'll drop to throw. ETN bringing in another one. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. On first down, right back to ETN. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. This will be caught inside the 10. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
And they'll run with ETN.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Here's 2nd and 8.
He's got it. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. They'll set up to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10.
In his own end zone, it's Mahomes.
He'll get this complete to Worthy.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Mahomes now to throw.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Chiefs first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
That's complete, left side to Worthy. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now a give right side. It's Bailey. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run, too.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Bailey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Throwing now is Mahomes.
That's into the hands of Worthy. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because You just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. That's caught right side by Worthy.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Second down and 6 now.
Mahomes going to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. On first down, it's Bailey, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Now this time Mahomes will throw, rolling to his right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Again, that's Watkins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll look to throw again.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
It was Leo Chanel who got in to drop him.
Out of the gun now on third down. Eluding the pressure right.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. They'll run on first down. Bailey.
76 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Charles, a nice play there, wasting no time making his presence felt for this defense.
And you know, we heard the same conversation around the league. A lot of people were surprised that he was available and they let him go. And now he's going to make a big-time impact for this new squad.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bailey.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not,
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
Mahomes going to change things up.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Bailey. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
3rd and 3.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. That's Bailey.
And he will have a Chiefs first down. And that's the one that should seal the victory.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Bailey. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City.
Xavier Worthy
with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Chiefs add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Butker is on target,
and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. He'll drop to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here's another interception. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. because otherwise you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Hey, 43, 15. Yellow.
Mahomes going to throw it here. He's going to look deep down the field. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. 41 yards. And the Chiefs take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Well, that late touchdown stretching their lead a bit further here in the fourth quarter, and Charles' undefeated team once again looking sharp in this ball game.
And how about what they've done on offense? Because prior to this game, we didn't expect this offense to play as well as what we've seen in this one. They decided to jump out there and jump up with the rest of the team and help preserve their undefeated status.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team. They were so well-rounded in this one.
They certainly were, and how about the day those defenders had, though? How many takeaways did they have? I quit counting after a while. They were clearly the better team, and their defensive effort, it led the way.
So for Kansas City, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.